Today we are going to deal with derivatives of inverse functions part 1. We know that if y equal to f of x is a 1, 1 and onto function, then x equal to f inverse of y exists. Then their derivatives are the reciprocals of one another. That is, if y equal to f of x such that g equal to f inverse, then d by dy of g of y is 1 upon f dash of x. So what we understand from this note is the relation between the derivatives of the function and its inverse. That is, the derivative of inverse function of y is equal to the reciprocal of the derivative of f of x, the given function. Let us understand this concept with a simple example. Consider y equal to f of x equal to x square. So when you take the square root here, we get x equal to root y. So x is nothing but g of y, and that's equal to f inverse of y, and that's equal to root y. So when I differentiate y with respect to x, we get 2x, derivative of x square is 2x, and similarly derivative of g of y with respect to y is 1 upon 2 root y, which is nothing but the derivative of root y. So it is very clear that d by dy of g of y equal to 1 upon 2 root y. Let us replace the value of y by x square. So we get 1 upon 2 root x square. Root of x square is x, so it becomes 1 upon 2x, and 2x is nothing but f dash of x, so we get 1 upon f dash of x. Hence what we understand is g dash of y is 1 upon f dash of x, which implies g dash of y into f dash of x equal to 1. Based on this, we have got a simple theorem. What the theorem says is, if y equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x on an interval I, and y is 1, 1 on 2 and dy by dx not equal to 0 on I, also if x equal to f inverse of y is differentiable on f of I, then d by dy of f inverse of y equal to 1 upon f dash of x. That is, see here, f inverse of y is nothing but x. Therefore, dx by dy equal to 1 upon dy by dx, where dy by dx is not equal to 0. Let us consider some examples based on the concept we have learnt so far. Find the derivative of the function y equal to f of x using the derivative of inverse function x equal to f inverse of y in the following examples. We are given 3 examples here, which are y equal to in terms of x. First one, y equal to cube root of x plus 4. So let us express x in terms of y. So when you cube this equation, we get y cube equal to x plus 4. Therefore x equal to y cube minus 4. So y cube minus 4 is nothing but f inverse of y. So x equal to f inverse of y equal to y cube minus 4. dy by dx equal to 1 upon dx by dy. That is 1 upon derivative of y cube minus 4 with respect to y. And that is 1 upon 3y square. Therefore, dy by dx equal to 1 upon 3 times cube root of x plus 4. This is the value of y. And that gives you whole square, and that gives you 1 upon 3 times x plus 4 whole raised to 2 by 3. Therefore, dy by dx equal to 1 upon 3 times cube root of x plus 4 whole square. This is true only when x is not equal to minus 4. Second example, we are given that y equal to root of 1 plus root x. Here also let us express x in terms of y. So on squaring we get y square equal to 1 plus root x, and again square both sides. That gives you the value of x as f inverse of y equal to y square minus 1 whole square. So dy by dx is 1 upon dx by dy. So x is replaced by y square minus 1 whole square here, and this is the derivative of the composite function. Therefore, we get 1 upon 2 times y square minus 1 into derivative of y square minus 1. And derivative of y square minus 1 is 2y. So it becomes 1 upon 2 times y square minus 1 into 2y. Now let us replace the value of y. So the value of y is root of 1 plus root x. Therefore we get 1 upon 4 times root of 1 plus root x into y square minus 1. Y is root of 1 plus root x whole square minus 1. And that reduces to this 1 plus root x minus 1. 1 get cancelled. We get dy by dx equal to 4 root x into root of 1 plus root x. Next example, y equal to ln x. Ln x means y equal to log x. Whenever the log is into the natural base, or we say natural logarithm, we write it as ln x. So x equal to f inverse of y is e raised to y dy by dx equal to 1 upon dx by dy. So that is 1 upon d by dy of the value of x e raised to y. Derivative e raised to y is e raised to y, and again y is replaced by ln x, means log x to the base e. So that gives you dy by dx equal to 1 upon x. Second example, find the derivative of inverse function of y equal to 2x cube minus 6x and calculate its value at x equal to minus 2. So here we are given y equal to 2x cube minus 6x, differentiate with respect to x. That gives you 6 times x square minus 1. We have dx by dy equal to 1 upon dy by dx. So we are asked to find dx by dy, but we are given the value of x equal to minus 2 of y. That means we are going to substitute here. So this is I'm going to just find out the equivalent value of y when x is minus 2. So when x equal to minus 2, we get y equal to minus 4. That means dx by dy at y equal to minus 4 is same as 1 upon dy by dx x equal to minus 2. And on substituting dy by x equal to minus 2 in dy by dx, we get dx by dy at y equal to minus 4 as 1 by 18. Here we are given f of x equal to x raised to 5 plus 2x minus 3, and we are asked to find f inverse dash of minus 3. So this is f of x, differentiate with respect to x, that is 5x raised to 4 plus 2. Now this is the point to be noted here. Here we are asked to find f inverse dash of minus 3. Whenever we say f inverse, it is in terms of y, that is x equal to f inverse of y. That implies minus 3 is nothing but the value of y. Y means f of x. So I am trying to find out the value of x for which f of x is minus 3. So f of x equal to minus 3 corresponds to x equal to 0. So f inverse dash of minus 3 is same as 1 upon f dash of 0. Now here in f of x I substitute x equal to 0. So that gives you f inverse dash of minus 3 equal to 1 by 2. So this problem is to be noted very carefully, because this is not the value of x. Minus 3 is not the value of x, it is the value of f of x, rather y. In the next example, we are given a list of values of function f, g and the derivative of f of x. X, fx, g of x, f dash of x are given. When x is minus 4, f of x is 2, g of x is 1 and f dash of x is 1 by 3. When x is 1, f of x is 4, g of x is minus 2 and f dash of x is 4. And here we are asked to find g dash of minus 4. So in order to find g dash of minus 4, let us find an expression for g dash of x for any input x. Since f and g are inverse functions of each other, we can use a simple identity, that is f of g of x equal to x. If f and g are inverse functions of each other, then it is always true that f of g of x is equal to x. So here we have f of g of x equal to x. And when I differentiate this, I get f dash of g of x into g dash of x equal to 1. Therefore, g dash of x equal to 1 upon f dash of g of x. So when x is minus 4, that means g dash of minus 4 we get. So 1 upon f dash of g of minus 4. G of minus 4 is 1. So I get 1 upon f dash of 1, and f dash of 1 is 4. Therefore, g dash of minus 4 is 1 by 4. Derivatives of some standard inverse functions. So here we have inverse functions in the first column, inverse trigonometric functions in the first column, and its derivative in the second column, and conditions on y equal to f of x in the third column. If y equal to sine inverse of x, then its derivative is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. This is true when mod of x is less than 1. And conditions on y equal to f of x are these. If y equal to cos inverse of x, then its derivative is minus 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. And condition on x is mod x less than 1. And these are the conditions on y equal to fx. If y equal to tan inverse of x, then its derivative is 1 upon 1 plus x square. And this is true for x belongs to R and pi by 2 less than y less than pi by 2. That means tan inverse of x must lie between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Derivative of cot inverse of x is minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. Derivative of sec inverse of x, 1 upon x into root of x square minus 1, provided mod x is greater than 1. Similarly, derivative of cosec inverse of x is minus 1 upon x into root of x square minus 1, mod x is greater than 1. Let us have some more important formulae. In fact, these formulae we are going to deal once again in the next part of derivatives of inverse functions. Sin inverse of theta is cosec inverse of 1 by theta, and cosec inverse of theta is sin inverse of 1 by theta. Similarly, tan inverse of theta is cot inverse of 1 by theta, and cot inverse of theta equal to tan inverse of 1 by theta. Sin inverse of sin theta equals to theta, which is same as the sine of sin inverse of theta. And tan inverse of tan theta is theta, which is equal to tan of tan inverse of theta. Cos inverse of cos theta equals to theta equals to cos of cos inverse of theta. And in case if you find sin inverse of cos theta, we can replace cos theta by sin pi by 2 minus theta, and therefore it becomes the sin inverse of sin pi by 2 minus theta, which is equal to pi by 2 minus theta. Cos inverse of cos theta equal to cos inverse of cos pi by 2 minus theta, which is equal to pi by 2 minus theta. So let us consider some examples based on the derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions. Using derivatives, prove that sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Let us consider f of x equal to sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x. We have to prove that f of x equal to pi by 2. So differentiate one with respect to x. We get f dash of x equal to 0, because the derivative of sin inverse of x is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square, and derivative of cos inverse of x is minus 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. So f dash of x equal to 0 implies f of x must be a constant function. So f of x equal to c. Then for any value of x, f of x must be c only. Conveniently we can choose x equal to 0. So from 1 we get f of 0 equal to sin inverse of 0 plus cos inverse of 0, and that's equal to 0 plus pi by 2. Therefore f of 0 is pi by 2. Therefore c equal to pi by 2. C is nothing but f of x. Therefore f of x equal to pi by 2. Hence sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. In the second example, we find the composite functions. We are asked to differentiate the following functions with respect to x. The first function is y equal to sin inverse of x cube. Differentiate with respect to x. Dy by dx equal to d by dx of sin inverse of x cube. Let us treat x cube as x. Therefore it becomes d by dx of sin inverse of x. Derivative of sin inverse of x is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. Therefore it becomes 1 upon root of 1 minus x cube whole square into derivative of x cube. So derivative of x cube is 3x square. Therefore dy by dx equal to 3x square upon root of 1 minus x raised to 6. Y equal to sin inverse of 2 raised to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Again on the same line of thinking of the previous example, let us consider 2 raised to x as x. Therefore derivative becomes 1 upon root of 1 minus 2 raised to x whole square into derivative of what we thought as x, that is 2 raised to x. Therefore dy by dx equal to 2 raised to x log 2 upon 1 minus 4 raised to x. Third example, y equal to sin square of sin inverse of x square. So here we make use of the concept sin square theta is equal to sin theta the whole square, and here role of theta is played by sin inverse of x square. Therefore y becomes x raised to 4. Differentiate with respect to x, we get dy by dx equal to 4x cube. Y equal to cot inverse of 1 by x square. Let us make use of the identity cot inverse of theta is a tan inverse of 1 by theta. Therefore we get y equal to tan inverse of x square. Differentiate with respect to x, dy by dx equal to d by dx of tan inverse of x square. Therefore it becomes 1 upon 1 plus x square whole square into derivative of x square, again by composite function rule. Therefore dy by dx equal to 2x upon 1 plus x raised to 4. Differentiate the following with respect to x. In this example we try to understand, on simplifying the given problem, the problem will reduce to the minimum extent and the derivative becomes simple and easy. First one, y equal to cos inverse of sin 4 raised to x. So cos inverse of sin theta can be written as cos inverse of cos pi by 2 minus theta. Therefore we get y equal to cos inverse of cos pi by 2 minus 4 raised to x. Therefore y equal to pi by 2 minus 4 raised to x. So on differentiating this with respect to x, we get dy by dx equal to 0 minus 4 raised to x log 4, because this 0 because of the derivative of pi by 2, derivative of pi by 2 which is a constant function whose derivative is 0. Therefore dy by dx equal to minus 4 raised to x log 4. The second example, we have sin inverse of root of 1 minus cos x upon 2. Here we are going to make use of the formula 1 minus cos theta, that is 2 sin square theta by 2. Therefore we get y equal to sin inverse of root of 2 sin square x by 2 upon 2, and that gives you y equal to x by 2. So differentiate with respect to x, we get dy by dx equal to 1 by 2. Y equal to tan inverse of 1 minus cos 3x upon sin 3x. So here we make use of 1 minus cos theta and sin theta half angle formulae. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2, and sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So here 2 cancels and 1 sin theta by 2 get cancelled. We get sin 3x by 2 upon cos 3x by 2, which gives you y equal to tan inverse of tan 3x by 2. On differentiating this, we get dy by dx equal to 3 by 2. Y equal to cot inverse of cos x upon 1 plus sin x. Let us convert in terms of tan inverse. So it becomes a tan inverse of 1 plus sin x upon cos x. So in the numerator, we make use of the formula 1 plus sin theta is cos theta by 2 plus sin theta by 2 whole square. And in the denominator, we replace it by cos theta equal to cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2 formula. So we get this. The denominator can be factorized as cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 into cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. So here 1 cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 get cancelled. We get tan inverse of cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 upon cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. Dividing the numerator and denominator by cos x by 2, we get y equal to tan inverse of 1 plus tan x by 2 upon 1 minus tan x by 2. 1 plus tan theta upon 1 minus tan theta is a tan pi by 4 plus theta. Therefore, we get y equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 4 plus x by 2. Therefore, y equal to pi by 4 plus x by 2. On differentiating this with respect to x, we get dy by dx equal to half. Differentiate the following with respect to x. First function, sin inverse of 2 cos x plus 3 sin x upon root 13. And the second problem is 2 sin x square plus 4 cos x square upon 5. See here, we are going to make use of a special method, and this method to be adopted only when it satisfies this condition. What the condition is? The denominator is the square root of sum of the squares of the coefficients of sin x and cos x. So root 13 is nothing but the square root of 2 square plus 3 square. So in such cases, we divide the numerator by this denominator separately. So we get y equal to sin inverse of 2 by root 13 cos x plus 3 by root 13 sin x. And in such cases, we replace 2 by root 13 by sin alpha and 3 by root 13 by cos alpha. And also a point to be taken care of is it has to satisfy the basic identity sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. And of course it is true here, sin square alpha plus cos square alpha equal to 4 by 13 plus 9 by 13 equal to 1. And we also find the value of tan alpha, so that alpha can be replaced in terms of tan inverse of 2 by 3 in the problem. So we get y equal to sin inverse of sin alpha cos x plus cos alpha sin x. We slightly rearrange the bracketed term. So we get y equal to sin inverse of sin x cos alpha plus cos x sin alpha. So which is nothing but sin inverse of sin x plus alpha. Therefore we get y equal to x plus alpha. Alpha is replaced by tan inverse of 2 by 3, which is a constant. So on differentiating this with respect to x, we get dy by dx equal to 1. And the second example, y equal to cos inverse of 3 sin x square plus 4 cos x square upon 5. And here also we observe that this 5 is nothing but the square root of the sum of the squares of 3 and 4. So here also we divide the numerator by 5 separately like this. And we replace 3 by 5 by sin alpha and 4 by 5 by cos alpha. And again we also note that sin square alpha plus cos square alpha works out to be 1. And the value of alpha is a tan inverse of 3 by 4. So we get y equal to cos inverse of sin alpha sin x square plus cos alpha cos x square. Again here also we slightly rearrange the bracketed term as y equal to cos inverse of cos x square cos alpha plus sin x square sin alpha, which is nothing but cos inverse of cos of x square minus alpha. So y equal to x square minus the value of alpha is tan inverse of 3 by 4. Again, on differentiating this with respect to x, we get dy by dx equal to d by dx of x square minus tan inverse of 3 by 4, that is 2x minus 0. Therefore, dy by dx equal to 2x. Thank you.